Good evening, teacher Gemma.
Hello, Miss Sunny. This is Sunny.
Thank you for accompanying me. So today is day 13. Good evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon. Welcome back to the journey of understanding the inner self, cultivating peace. And this is the journey of raising our inner awareness, the awareness of the inner self, to understand inner self, to cultivate our inner peace, to desire our desired life. And last week, we have explored about a new concept. Um, last section, we explored about the new concept of time, right? So I believe that everyone has uh, something new. About when we talk about time or the previous sections, we also talk about space and matter. So on the terms mentioned about the vibrational frequency. So uh, if we change our vibrational frequency, we'll have a different reality right away. And before we get into the new um, lesson today. Um, so as usual, we'll have several times, few minutes to share about our lessons or insights or enlightenment. So Teacher Gemma, do you have anything you want to share with us, or before we get into the new lesson? Let me share the screen.
Thanks for your inviting. Um, I was absent last session, so but um, recently I realized a lesson that how important it is when we have um three prime reference system uh, that we are learning right now because some relatives share with me how painful or how suffering they are right now, and I feel that if they know this knowledge, they know the root cause of the reality and how to change their inner inner state, uh, change their emotion, to change the outside, the outcomes, so their life must be much better than right now. And normally, like me before, we often ask um like opposite mm, side of what we want, what we desire. Normally, we complain and often blame to others instead of finding the way to make it better. So in that way, their life become worse and worse. No change to like step out of that situation. Um, so I feel really lucky, and I feel that I really need to share this knowledge to maybe to strangers first, because normally family member often refuse or not really easy to accept what I share. So maybe share it to everyone outside, and they are the person who talk back to the family member. Yeah, but really lucky when we have we know all the laws and principles, and we have prime reference system and all the beneficial source concept. So the life be simpler and happier. Yeah, that's what I realized today. Thanks for listening.
Congratulations, teacher Gemma. Um, I also have the same idea in terms of sharing this knowledge to our loved ones. And I feel um uh what is that word? I think I feel assured or um uh I'm okay to or let's say I'm quite confident about how my loved ones receive these values because there are many teachers or very diligent sharing this knowledge in Vietnamese. So my my friends, my family members, one day they'll receive the value of this knowledge. So now I'm sharing this in English, and most of my family members and my friends are not able to understand what it is, but I'm very confident that my family members and my loved ones will receive this value one day. Um, so so I have the same thoughts with you that as long as we are creating value for this society and our loved ones will receive back um, by someone or somehow. And and I think when I first knew this knowledge, I tried to I tried to share it to my family members um and then I realized that I just want them to change. I seek the change from them. So that is just the like in parts of the unhappiness thought. So and then I realized that I just focus on create a full and fulfilling life for me, and then it could include my family, my friends, and through our conversation, just normal conversation about life, and I share some realities in our community, and gradually, my family members sense like they have the image about the reality, the good reality in their life, and one day they just curious about something that I shared. Even now, my family members has learned any classes or sessions in our community. But when I opened the Zoom and I shared in Vietnamese, some of them joined on Facebook. So I believe that one day they will receive this value. And if we are together creating a better society, a better world, so all of us will get the same benefit. Thank you, Teacher Gemma. Okay, so I think we can start our new lesson today. Um, so previous sessions we talked about the human structure, right? We talked about human structures. We are getting to know the root cause of human life from religious perspective, and we borrow a knowledge from Buddhism, which is called human structure, to explain about the cause, the root cause of human life. And so let's go back to the human structure. in human structures, there are four layers, as we know that the truth, human nature, feelings, and the four element body. And beside that, we have three messages, um, blessing, merit, and evil. The positive mass, the balance mass, and the, the negative mass. And beside that, there is another concept which is called total karma. I believe that this word, even though it's from Buddhism, is from religion, but it's quite popular nowadays. And when we talk about karma, inside every one of us has the karma. And in karma, we have knowledge karma. We have knowledge karma. We have condition karma, and we have the outcome karma, or somebody call it consequence karma. So there are three types of karma in terms of total karma: knowledge karma, or somebody call it consciousness karma. The second one is condition karma, and the third one outcome karma or consequence karma. So let me read the definition of these karmas so then we can understand what are they and how and what are their roles in our life. For the knowledge karma uh, is the sum of all knowledge and understanding accumulated over countless lifetimes through hearing, seeing, saying, and knowing, processed through of the layer of human nature and feeling feeling, and stored in the subconsciousness or in the subconscious, or in Buddhism they call it source consciousness. Again, knowledge karma is the sum of all knowledge and understanding accumulated over countless lifetimes through hearing, seeing, saying, knowing, processed through the layers of human nature, and feeling, the feeling, and stored in the subconscious, in the subconscious, or, in other words, storehouse consciousness. And the condition karma is the sum of all connections, karmic connections with others, accumulated over countless lifetimes through hearing, seeing, saying, and knowing, processed through the layers of human nature and the feeling, and stored in the subconscious. In other words, storehouse consciousness. Again, conditioned karma is the sum of all karmic connections with others, accumulated over countless lifetimes through hearing, seeing, saying, and knowing, processed through the layers of human nature and feeling, and stored in the subconscious, or in other words, storehouse consciousness. One more time. Condition karma is the sum of all karmic connections with others, accumulated over countless lifetimes through hearing, seeing, saying, and knowing, processed through the layers of human nature and the feeling, and stored in the subconscious. In other words, storehouse consciousness. And about the outcome karma or consequence karma is the sum of all life outcomes accumulated over countless lifetimes through hearing, seeing, saying, and knowing, processed through the layers of human nature and the feeling, and stored in the subconsciousness, in the subconscious. In other words, storehouse consciousness. The outcome karma is the sum of all life outcomes accumulated over countless lifetimes through hearing, seeing, saying, and knowing, processed through the layers of human nature and feeling, and stored in the subconscious. In other words, storehouse consciousness. One more time. Outcome karma is the sum of all life outcomes accumulated through accumulated over countless lifetimes through hearing, seeing, saying, and knowing, processed through the layers of human nature and the feelings, and stored in the subconscious. In other words, storehouse consciousness. So that is the definition of the total karma, knowledge karma, condition karma, and the outcome karma. Uh, Simplify it. Knowledge karma is just the knowledge or the understanding that you have accumulated over countless lifetimes. So in Buddhism, when they talk about the past, it's not just from you was born until now, but from the previous life. And it's that there are many lifetimes, many lives. Teacher of my thank you for accompanying me. So for the knowledge karma, and in Buddhism, when they talk about the past, when they talk about the past, it's not just from when we were born until now, but it had accumulated countless lifetimes, many lives, in many lives. We have many, many lives before, not only this life. So the knowledge karma talks about the knowledge or the sum of all the knowledge and the understanding that we have accumulated over countless lifetimes through um, hearing, seeing, saying, and knowing, and through the layers of uh, human nature and the feelings, and not and this karma stored stored in a place they call the conscious, or in Buddhism they call it the storehouse consciousness. So that is about the knowledge or understanding. And this can explain something happen like somebody have an accident somehow, like is hit by lightning, hit by lightning, and then they just realize something. They started to have some sexual skills or sexual talents they didn't show before. Somebody said it's from their substances, and in Buddhism they explain it is simply like because that person has that skill in their storehouse consciousness, which they has accumulated over countless lifetimes. So that's why they have it, and then just by something by accident, it was activated. It was activated. I think you have heard about some uh, like scenarios like that. People just get an accident, and then suddenly they have sexual skills or sexual talent, or the babies or a kid they have or some skills or talent without any person or any teacher teach them. So because they have those knowledge or understanding in their subconscious or storehouse consciousness, and somehow they still remember or they have it and they show it without any teachers in this life. Hello to Jang Jang. Thank you for accompanying me. So that is the simple understanding about the knowledge karma. And about the conditioned karma, as we know the definition of it, and it's all about the connection that people have uh, over countless lifetimes, over their countless lifetimes. They accumulated through hearing, saying, knowing, seeing, and through the nature, the layers of our um, human natures and the feelings, and stored in a place that people call it the subconscious. In science, they call it subconscious, but in Buddhism, they call it the storehouse consciousness. And that explains why when we met someone in the first place, we just first met them, but we do we like them immediately, and sometimes we cannot explain why. Have you ever encountered that situation that you like the first meet and you don't know why, and somebody you dislike or you hate them, uh, they but that's just your first time met them, and we cannot explain why. And in our condition karma can explain it to us because we first met them in this life, but not in our childhood lifetime. And all the people that we met in this life and we encountered by chance for our family members, it's not by chance that we meet them or we stay in that family. So we have those connections. We we already have connections with them in many lives. So that's why it's stored, those connections stored in our conditioned karma. And for when we accumulated those connections through hearing, seeing, saying, knowing, somehow we accumulated with a negative or mass with the negative electromagnetic state. So it generates uh, negative seeds or the we call that evil seed. So it will give the bad connection very worse connection. And for good connections or strong bond connections we have, because when we accumulated those connections, we accumulate with the good emotion, with the positive electromagnetic state, so that we like them at once. So that's why it's not by chance that we were born in our family with that karma, with our karma. That is the result. We stay in that family and we meet those people. And for the outcome karma, similarly, that is the sum of all the life outcomes that we have accumulated over countless lifetimes. And it explains why someone started to do something and uh, they are they were successful in the first try because they have the seed of that outcome which they have accumulated in the past already. So when it just started and uh, they get successful, easier, simpler than other people. But those who have to pay a lot of effort uh, to get success in that field, in that industry, because the seeds that they have in that field is not enough or it's not good enough for them to have the outcome right away, but it has to generate the values in that industry, they accumulated more blessings so that they get a good result in that industry. So that what this explains why there are people who are born in a very rich family with full of resources, conditions, and but there are people who were born in very poor conditions. This is from the outcome karma, and because of our old karma, we encounter this situation. And and philosophy, in this philosophy, there is a word that gives us hope. Like to know, like when accumulating. When before when I understand about it, when I first knew about karma, uh, not from this knowledge, but this word quite popular nowadays, even in for some people who don't follow Buddhism or any religion. And some people, it might cause the misunderstanding that that is the faith of someone, and they have to accept it. We cannot change. It's not like that because we have a word, a term that gives us hope. It gives me hope. Accumulating, accumulate. We accumulating. Where are those karmas from? Is from our accumulation through countless lifetimes. So this karma, our karma, doesn't define who we are. It just embody our um, accumulation process through countless lifetimes. So that we are able to change our reality by accumulating the the good knowledge, positive, good constant, and good outcome. We can accumulate it. So these words, when the first when I first heard of these words, I know that this is hope for people because we actually can change our realities through accumulating, accumulating, and we accumulate uh, our karma through hearing, seeing, saying, and knowing. This is the knowing, everyone. Hearing, seeing, saying, and knowing. That's good. Knowing. Through hearing, seeing, saying, knowing. And through layers of human nature, and feeling. The layers of human nature and the feeling. We have, and our karma stored in the subconscious, according to the scientific term, but in Buddhism they call it storehouse consciousness. So we call it the uh, subconscious garden. And in this garden, there are three types of trees. There are three types of trees. Uh, knowledge tree. We have knowledge tree. We have condition tree. Condition tree. We have condition tree. And and we have outcome tree. And we have knowledge tree. Condition, condition tree. And the outcome tree. There are three kinds of trees in this garden. There subconscious garden. Knowledge tree, condition tree, outcome tree. And these trees are from the knowledge seed, the condition seed, and the outcome seed. And from these trees can give out the knowledge fruit, the outcome fruit with the condition fruit. And the fruit of each tree in this garden can give three scenarios. It can give a good result, like the good fruit, or it can give a bad result, bad fruit, or not good, not bad. So when we place our attention in one thing or one connection or one knowledge or a knowledge or a connection or an outcome in our life, we could feel good or we could feel bad about that, or not good, not bad. It's okay. That is the result that we have uh from the knowledge or from connections or from the the outcome from any matter in our life. And why do we have these feelings or results? So let's say about knowledge. So when we think about one knowledge, for example, um, cooking, for me, cooking. When I think about cooking, I feel like I'm very bad at that. I don't know much about cooking and how I try to learn it. I feel it's hard for me. So of the result or unwanted result that I have at cooking. So if we're talking about the tree of cooking skills, right? It's kind of knowledge, also kind of can be related to the outcomes of our skills. So because I feel not good about that, so the result is the bad result. We call it bad result, and it comes from and the teacher has explained that it comes from um, the seed is a negative seed at first. So when I accumulated this skill, this uh, knowledge about cooking, I accumulated the negative with the negative um, electromagnetic state. Okay? Negative electromagnetic state, and the result is the bad result or undesired result. Okay, undesired result. And let's say when I um, think about my pay, uh, paying my attention into a connection, for example, a connection to my dad, for example. So when I think about him, I have learned uh, the image that I have about him, that I have learned many things from him, and he tolerant to me, to all of my versions, and it gives me a good feeling when I talk about my dad. So that is a desirable result, a desired result, and the teachers are also have shared that it comes from my experience in the past when I accumulated through hearing, seeing, knowing, and saying about this relationship, my relationship with my dad. I accumulated with the positive electromagnetic state. The positive and give out the desire, desire result, good result. And when we pay our attention to something, but there is no, we don't feel good or we don't feel bad, and it's from if if we have no negative or positive feeling about that, so we have the balance state when we talk about that matter or we place intention on that matter. So let's review our reality. Let's review our reality and check one by one which one when we pay attention to or we think about that, we have a good feeling or we think it's a desired result. But so we know that when we accumulate seed, that seed, we have accumulated with the positive electromagnetic state. And if we have the bad feeling about that, negative emotions about that, feel not good about that. So it means that we have, once we accumulated that seed, we accumulated with a negative electromagnetic state. And so, how can we have the desired result when we think about something, when we think about someone, or when we pay our attention into something or someone, and we have the desired result, desired reality. So we need to, for those we have accumulated by the positive electromagnetic state, not mentioned anymore because we have the desired result already. So for those we have the negative we accumulated with the negative electromagnetic state. How do we identify which ones we have accumulated with the negative electromagnetic state? Just based on our results, our reality. If we have the undesired results, when we know that is from, we have accumulated that seed. The result grow from a tree that has the negative electromagnetic state seed. So how can we change from an undesired result to desired result? So we need to change this. There is a farmer, this farmer. This garden. Okay. And we call this a bean farmer. And when this bean farmer comes to visit any seed, any tree in this garden, and he has print along his electromagnetic state. For example, when he comes to visit his wife, his wife tree, it means that this represents for his relationship with his wife, and it gives him the best feeling about that. It means that is an undesired result to him about the relationship of his, his wife and him. So now if he wants to have a desired result, it means that he needs to have, when he comes to visit the wife tree, he needs to have the positive electromagnetic state to give out the desired result, desired relationship or harmonious relationship with his wife. So how can he change from the negative state, electromagnetic state, to the positive electromagnetic state when it comes to visit this tree? this relationship trait. So before move from negative to raise from negative to positive electromagnetic state, we need to pass through the balance state, the balance state, balance, balance. And then, so how can he shift his electromagnetic state from negative to balance? So as we know about the truth about the innermost layer of the human structure is the truth, right? So if you remember that we remember about the formula to enhance happiness, inner happiness, sorry, inner peace by realize the truth within through hearing nature and seeing nature. Through hearing nature and seeing nature, and then it generate the the truth nature, the truth nature, and the inner peace follows. So when he comes to visit his the relationship trees with his wife, he has a negative feelings about that, and he needs to know that he know that, then that's it. No interpretation, no feelings intervene. He just know that he has that feeling about his wife, and that's it. So accept it and see without any interpretation is good or bad. No. Without any feeling or emotion intervene. No. Just know that he has the feeling about his wife, and that's it. So when he know he knows that he knows that he knows about his current status about with uh, his current relationship with his wife, and stop there. So and then he has the balance state when he mentioned about his relationship with his wife, and after that, from balance state, how can we move? We shift our state from balance positive to the positive. But first, we can have we can accumulate the beautiful image about a good relationship between spouse, so that he accumulated the good beautiful images, mental images about um, harmonious relationship, harmonious spouse relationship. And the beautiful images or the good images make him has the positive electromagnetic. Or he can think about what's good about his wife, and he's grateful for that. He's grateful for her contribution in his life, in the family, and gratitude. That's the gratitude. And in the next in a few seconds later, we will get to know about the gratitude more in detail. But as of now, we know that gratitude is a state or communities that can give humans the positive electromagnetic state. So that's why many people are using gratitude as a tool or technique for them to achieve many things in life. Because this this attitude or this state of mind gives their give us the positive electromagnetic state. Can shift uh, our state from balance to be positive. This is how we can change our reality, change from undesired result into the desired result. We can transform from undesired reality into a desired reality. At first, we accept the fact that we have it. It is, uh, it is our karma, and it's not present for who we are. Just uh, we know that it just embody our accumulating process through what we hear, what we see, what we say, and what we know. And then our state of mind gets into balance, and we have gratitude for the lessons we have learned from that situation, from that relationship. While we are grateful for what our partners or that connection has given. So it can help us to shift our negative electromagnetic state to the positive electromagnetic state to get the desired result. So that is how we can do to change our reality by understanding the karma or human structure, but we do it one by one. When something happens, like problem comes and or any unwanted event comes, and we apply it. But in countless lifetimes, we have accumulated many things, many seeds, and it's grown to the trees and countless results. So we cannot just be just waiting for it comes and then try to shift our negative state to positive state. If we are wise enough to do that, it's good. But if when we are not, there are something that cover our wisdom. We don't see things clear anymore. It's, it's good when we're not sure that we're able to give our state properly. And how can we ensure that we could have the desired results all the time? And the experts have shared with us about one thing that we can make use of it, make the most of this when we we can spray this garden with full of the balance electromagnetic the balance state of the balanced electromagnetic state and positive electromagnetic state, like the balanced state and positive state. If we can spray this garden with balanced seed and positive seed, full of this garden, so we have more chance to get the desired result better, and we have less chance to meet the undesired result. We spray this garden with balanced seed or balanced particles and positive seed or positive particles. And how can we do that? If you remember about three masters that we mentioned in human structure, there are three masters: blessing mass, evil mass, and merit mass. And merit mass is balance, balance particles or balance seed. And blessing mass is just positive particles of positive food. Evil matrix is nothing but the negative particles or negative state. So we need balanced particles, we need positive particles. So that's why we need blessing and we need merit. We need blessing and we need merit. Blessing, positive particles, positive seed, merit is balanced particles or balanced seed. So the more blessing we have, the more merit we have, the more positive and balanced particles or seeds we have in our karma garden, um, or in our subconscious garden. And how can we accumulate more blessing and merit? So there are concepts of giving, and there are seven givings. There are seven givings. So when we give, we create value. So we generate a blessing or a merit. A blessing is created when we make someone happy, when we bring joy to others. Through group events, these events can help us bring joy to other people. To have marriage, we need to do something that we have other people to raise their inner awareness up to the third level, level three, or in simplify this, we help them to realize the truth from within. And when they realize the truth from within, it means that they have raised their inner awareness to level three. And hopefully that we can we have a section that we talk about the giving in detail. then we know that as of now, we know that if we have blessings and we have merit, we have grace. Our substances garden is full of valence particles, valence seeds, and positive seeds, so that we have more chance to have the desired results. We don't need to we don't need to wait until the undesired results come to deal with that. Try the formula to shift our negative state to positive state. So that is how we can um, we can have the desired results by understanding the human structure, which we borrow the knowledge that we borrow from Buddhism, from religious uh, perspective. So now uh, we have an idea the about the root cause of human life from religious not from the religious perspective, which is uh, electromagnetic state, blessing and merit, positive electromagnetic state, and balanced electromagnetic state. So with blessing and merit, we have a good material and non-material life. And there is one more concept that I want to share with everyone. Individual karma. Individual karma. So there are individual karma, which means that it happens for that person only. Like and we can recognize that in our body. That someone has uh, some like birthmark, very special birthmark, or someone has one more tooth, for example, or they have something which is uh, help us identify them, compared to other people because they have something special on their body, and we call it individual karma. Or our karmas are different. We will also call it individual karma compared to the collective karma, which a group of people or a community has encountered the same problem or same issue or matter. Like in a plane crash, many people has encountered uh, the same situation. So we call it collective karma. But among collective karma, there are people in the same situation. Many people lost things, but there are some individuals who survive from that, and even they get an opportunity to have something better. So we call it individual karma. And this is all about that I want to share with everyone today. If you have any doubts Please, please share with us so we can clarify together. If you have any lesson, any insight or enlightenment, please share with us so we can learn from you. Anyone want to share something before we? Anyone want to share something before we wrap up the session today? Okay, I guess it's a no. So thank you very much, everyone, for your presence, for being here with us, for supporting me. And I'm so grateful for the lessons that I have learned to share with everyone, which has changed my life in many ways. And I'm so grateful for the teachers have shared this knowledge, beautiful knowledge to me and to many, many people so that uh, we have a lot of benefits from it. And thank you again for your presence. I guess we can say goodbye by now and let me stop sharing the screen.